Last season, the Seahawks, Jaguars, Lions and Falcons easily went over their win totals, while the Buccaneers, Broncos, Colts and Rams were easy cashes on the under. It's not always easy to discern, but the goal is to find the teams with good value. The prices vary on different books, so make sure you shop around. Getting the best price is always the goal. With the season less than 4 weeks away, here are a few totals I like. Atlanta Falcons over 8.5 wins, -120 on DraftKings Sportsbook. The NFC South is a weak division, as it was last season. The Falcons have flaws, but this is a division they can win. The NFC South also plays the AFC South, giving Atlanta one of the easiest schedules. The success will come down to quarterback Desmond Ridder, who has weapons with Drake London and Kyle Pitts. The strength of the team is the running game, and the addition of rookie running back Bijan Robinson makes it better. The defense ranked 30th in DVOA last season but added several players, including safety Jesse Bates, linebacker Caden Ellis and cornerback Jeff Okudah. Dallas Cowboys over 9.5 wins, -155 on FanDuel Sportsbook. The Cowboys get a lot of heat for their ineptitude in the postseason. The regular season is a bigger sample size, and Dallas has won 12 games in each of the last 2 seasons. The NFC is the weaker conference, and the Cowboys are among its favorites, along with Philadelphia and San Francisco. The Cowboys were top 5 in both offensive and defensive scoring last season. The defense has been adept at forcing turnovers the last 2 seasons. Brandon Cooks brings speed to the offense, and cornerback Stephon Gilmore is an upgrade opposite Trayvon Diggs. Las Vegas Raiders under 6.5 wins, -120 on Caesars Sportsbook. The Raiders went 6-11 last season and aren't much better. Jimmy Garoppolo replaces Derek Carr at quarterback, and it's not a big upgrade. Garoppolo has difficulty staying healthy and is coming off foot surgery. The backup is Brian Hoyer. The defense is bad, and Josh McDaniels' track record as a head coach isn't great. The Raiders also have one of the toughest schedules in the NFL and will be one of the worst teams in the league. Minnesota Vikings under 8.5 wins, +110 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Almost everyone knows the Vikings were a lucky team last season. Few were surprised when they lost a playoff home game to the New York Giants. The Vikings were 13-4, but were 11-0 in one-score games, including 9 games in which they trailed at halftime. Minnesota finished with a -3-point differential despite being 9 games over .500. The division doesn't have a dominant team, but the Bears and Lions improved, and the Packers will be better than people think if quarterback Jordan Love plays well. The Vikings have a first-place schedule and get a tough AFC West, with the Eagles, 49ers, and Bengals on the schedule. The defense allowed the second most passing yards per game last season and will be a weakness again. New England Patriots under 7.5 wins, -130 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Betting against the great Bill Belichick doesn't feel comfortable, but there's not a lot of talent on the roster compared to the rest of the loaded AFC. The Patriots play in a tough AFC East and have one of the most difficult schedules in the NFL. New England won 8 games last season, but beat some of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Some of the wins came against Zach Wilson, twice, Jacoby Brissett, Sam Ehlinger, Colt McCoy, and Mitchell Trubisky. It won't be as easy this time, and there's a good chance New England finishes in last place in the AFC East. San Francisco 49ers over 10.5 wins, -140 on BetMGM Sportsbook. Brock Purdy is likely to be ready for Week 1 coming off elbow surgery. Purdy became the starter in Week 14, after which the Niners went 7-0 before he was injured during the first drive of the NFC Championship game. The 49ers won 13 games last season and are loaded with talent. Even if Purdy takes a step back, San Francisco has enough talent to overcome it in a weak conference. Purdy just needs to get the ball in the hands of Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers have one of the easiest schedules, mainly due to playing in the NFC West, and in recent years they've proven capable of winning despite injuries. The defense remains one of the best in the NFL. The 49ers have appeared in 3 of the last 4 NFC Championship games. Tampa Bay Buccaneers under 6.5 wins, -120 on Caesars Sportsbook. This has the makings of one of the worst teams in the NFL. The quarterbacks are Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. Mayfield is 8-16 in his last 24 starts. The offensive line lost Shaq Mason and Donovan Smith and will add 3 new players, while Tristan Wirfs moves to left tackle. The offensive line was a weakness last season. The run blocking was poor and Tom Brady was able to overcome it by getting rid of the ball quickly. While the rest of the division has favorable schedules, the Buccaneers don't. Because of their first-place finish in 2022, they play the Eagles and 49ers.